I mean, the funny thing about Nami is she was considered fairly rubbish until about 7 months ago, and then the Koreans picked her up, and suddenly she's come straight back into the flavour.
It's the way it works, though, isn't it? Someone picks a champion up, realizes how good they are. People like Zillion, Nami, like all of these laners, they come into favour because a person works out how to play them. And then you have your standard picks, the people you fall back to, say like the Vaynes, the Aurelias, etc., etc. Anyway, we are getting into the lobby, guys. So we have a Yasuo ban coming out straight away, along with that Morgana ban out here from the purple side.
Not too surprising so far.
Not at all. Not at all. Yasuo really strong, especially with a team comp that revolves around him. A lot of knockups. An Alistar, a Janna, people like that can really help him out.
Yasuo is a very strong solo laner as well. If you know how to play Yasuo well, you can usually dominate your lane from the get-go. Obviously, he has had the nerf to his E, so the damage has been halved, so he can only stack half the times now. Still very strong, and it looks like the blue side are really trying to opt out to getting these assassins off the board. So Zed being banged out, and actually Zed's come back into flavour of the month again.
The assassins always come out of the woodwork when we come to Worlds and we come around to this sort of period of time, because it's such a big outplay potential. Zed, we've seen Faker play it. He's absolutely massive when he plays, and we're not obviously going to see it in this game.
Interesting Cassadin ban. Because obviously he has been nerfed quite heavily through a series of patches, and actually been off the ban radar for quite a while now. It's I believe you have 16 or 17 seconds now where you have to wait for your ultimate stacks to drop, so you get that recurring mana. Looks like Jack's being banned as well. Also an interesting ban, because although he is still viable in top lane, that base health nerf that we had a few patches ago has kind of made him fairly weak in the early game. And obviously top lane is one of those lanes where you can win it or lose it all in that early game.
It's a massive snowball lane. It's an island as well. Everyone talks about how top lane is, you're isolated there, you're working in 1v1s. Now, we have a few interesting picks coming out here. Blue side have picked up that Kha'Zix, usually jungle. Usually jungle Kha'Zix now. And Annie has been hovered over here along with that Diana. Now, Annie, mostly known as a support these days, still it can be played in the mid lane. Diana's probably going to be a jungler.
She had some nerfs to her base damage because she was too strong in that bot lane. So she can still go into mid and scale a bit better now, but her kit is very weak compared to a lot of other mid lanes. We do have that Master Yi being locked in as well.
I am so happy with this pickup. He is the master of assassins. He is that samurai warrior, and we saw Yasuo getting banned out, so we had to have one samurai in the game.
Well, obviously, I mean, Master Yi is one of those solo queue junglers you either love or you hate. He goes in and he farms for 20 minutes and then suddenly comes out the woodwork and 1v5s. So, I mean, that's how Master Yi tends to run. And not so viable in team games unless you run one of these protect the Yi comps, which you kind of see. When Kayle was popular, you'd run Kayle mid, you'd run Zillion support, you'd run like Lulu top, and then you just have basically spam your ults on Master Yi while he cleans up the entire team. I saw a couple of big UK teams play that at a couple of other events, and it was pretty big. Maokai and Fizz being locked in here, so we're seeing a generically more meta team.
Yeah, a more meta team, definitely coming out here from the blue side. Maokai's a great top laner, really tanky, using that Twisted Advance to engage as quickly as he wants to and can help out his team, of course, with the Vengeful Maelstrom, reducing all of the damage they're going to take. Fizz, talked about Assassin in the mid lane, he's going to struggle against the Xerath.
Oh, he will definitely struggle against the Xerath. I mean, there is potential for Fizz to outplay a Xerath. Obviously, the playful tricks that you can dodge the majority of the skill shots, but Xerath has that constant recurring Arcana Pulse. He can throw it out over and over again, and obviously the cooldown is lower than Fizz's playful tricks are at level 1, so it'll be difficult for Fizz in that mid lane. Looks like Teemo being hovered over here. I think this is more for the crowd, guys. I think the Teemo coming out.
I think they're going to lock it in. Support Teemo is incredibly strong. Like, have you blind the AD carry? What they're going to do? Nothing. Then you exhaust the support and you take them out of the fight. Twitch is already invisible most of the time. He's going to be invisible for the entire fight if that Teemo got onto him. But it is a Nami.
Of course, we all know you're joking, and it's actually Nami being locked into there. We are going to see one of the strongest supports in the game coming out. And that's a Darius being hovered over here, so that will be an Annie support possibly in Darius top lane.
I mean, at the moment it was Annie top lane, but they're going to switch around and put that Darius into top against the Maokai. Both of them running teleport as well, which is really interesting pickup.
Theoretically, Darius would do well against Maokai early on, because he's got to make use of his high early base damage. Can get the stacks and the bleed on. Obviously, Maokai's got that innate sustain with his passive, but Darius, once he hits level 5, hits a massive power spike, can then hit to level 6. Even with the Vengeful Maelstrom, should be able to 1v1 easily. But obviously, there's always the fear with Maokai that he can set up ganks for the jungler. When you have a low CC jungler like Kha'Zix, Maokai's the perfect combination.
Maokai works here a lot more as part of a team. Darius should win that top lane. Hemorrhage stacks are going to be absolutely massive.
Yeah.
Negating that passive coming out from Maokai, as you said. But Maokai is there as part of his team. He's there to provide that extra CC, help out with the Nami bubbles coming in as well, and help out with the Vengeful Maelstrom. Caitlyn, a very safe AD carry versus Twitch, someone who wants to get onto their face, getting as much damage down as possible. That's going to be a really interesting bottom lane because we've got a safe lane versus a very, very aggressive lane.
I mean, once Twitch can go invisible and Annie can get the stun off, if Twitch gets into a position where he's behind the AD carry, can, even when they flash, will still be in auto-attack range, that'll be really strong of him, but they will struggle early on here.
Definitely.
It will be a very difficult lane for them. Caitlyn was one of those AD carries that everyone kind of sighs at because she will dominate her lane but won't necessarily go on to dominate the game.
Yeah.
So, you know, you want to say, oh, I won my lane as Caitlyn. Well, Caitlyn's going to win her lane in most cases.
But the thing is, the blue side have a great team for if they win their lane. Because they've got the Fizz who can jump on and assassinate, they've got Kha'Zix who can jump in and assassinate as well. All that Caitlyn needs to do is stay as far back as possible, get that Tidecaller's Blessing on her from Nami, and just try and wail away against the tanks coming out from the purple side. And they're not even going to be that tanky. Darius and Yi are not known for being a good front line.
It's definitely going to depend how this early game goes for the blue side. If they can take advantage of the fact that Yi won't be coming to lanes that often, they'll be making use of the fact that Kha'Zix will be looking to gank and get kills, then it'll be well in favour of blue going into that mid game. On the other hand, if the purple side do make it to late game, Darius builds sensibly and builds a couple of tank items, they've got a team fight that's actually really quite scary. The AoE damage coming out from Xerath, you've got it's Rat-a-tat-tat now from Twitch. That's combined with the AoE stun from Annie. I mean, you can almost one-bomb a team fight there and have the Master Yi try and clean up and get the resets, or even the semi-resets now anyway. But you've got to remember that Master Yi is not a jungler that's going to want to gank. He's going to be stacking that Feral Flare, you know. You tend to see Feral Flares hit the Feral Flare mark now if you're playing well at about 15 minutes. So.
We are about a minute before we get into this game at Scoundrel. We've talked about the team fighting stage. You think they both have relatively good team fights, but with probably a bit more strength coming out from the purple side if Yi can get going?
It's an unorthodox team comp, and obviously it's going to rely on them doing well in lanes or not getting too far behind. But come team fight, I think they've got good siege potential. Obviously Twitch can't siege because of his passive, but Xerath can almost siege by himself. And if they keep themselves level and go into the fights where Twitch can position well, Xerath can position well, Darius trying to act as that front line, because even when a Darius is not fed, he's still a threat to your AD carry just because of the fact of the true damage that comes up from that ultimate. And obviously Yi is always going to be a threat. If he gets that Feral Flare and the Blade of the Ruined King, he can just run onto your AD carry. But obviously the team fight comp from blue is better if they get ahead, because they will just start to dominate. Maokai can engage, Fizz can engage, you can have the backline with Caitlyn coming through, you've got the Nami wave, Tidal wave to come out as well. So it's all going to depend on how this early game goes, because I think Kha'Zix is going to have to turn around and start making use of the fact that Yi's not going to be seen in lane for the first 15 minutes.
Most definitely. Now guys, let's hear what you guys in the audience think. If you think the blue team is going to win, why don't you give us a round of applause right now?
It's okay, that's a little bit. Or if you want the one-bombing Darius Yi team to win, it's the purple side, give us a round of applause. Yeah, I thought so.
Purple side is the team to beat. Now, we see quite a few skins coming out here. All of these accounts have all of the skins unlocked, so we do get to see a few sort of the more outlandish skins. Headhunter Master Yi, Scorched Earth Xerath. I do like the Scorched Earth.
I like the Scorched Earth Xerath. I like the animation spells. They're very nice. Oh, Panda Annie as well. I love the Tibbers in Panda Annie. It's great.
Twitch not picking a skin though.
Yeah, all of Twitch's skins are horrible though.
That's just true. Well, he's going to be invisible most of the game anyway.
That's true. Yeah, we won't have to look at him. So, we're going to see potential level 1 action here. I mean, I don't think the level 1 from the purple side is that big. Good.
Potential level 1 pause action.
Potential level 1 pause action, apparently. But the level 1 from purple's not brilliant. Yeah. I mean, if Annie can charge her stun, then there's a potential they can pick someone off, but the damage is fairly low, even with the Darius. I mean, the lockdown potential of the blue side's way better, and obviously you've got a higher early damage with the Caitlyn and the Kha'Zix, especially if he takes that Q first. He probably won't. He'll take Void Spikes first because that's obviously the ability of choice for the jungler there. But it does look like we have a pause coming out. We'll try and get you updated. I think we're going to hand over.
Yeah, I think we're handing over to our wonderful presenter. So if I pass it over to you.
Hello? Yeah? Wicked. So unfortunately, as you might be able to see, we're having some technical difficulties. So, as a replacement, who likes free goodies? Yeah. Thought so. So we're going to start off at the start of the day with some T-shirts, and then we'll build up over the day. So hopefully, I'm going to find these at the back here, and whoever makes the most noise, I'm going to throw a T-shirt at your face. So make some noise. Nice. Don't worry, we've got loads. Keep screaming, keep screaming. If it doesn't fit you, I apologize. They're not very aerodynamic, I apologize. I'm going to show some love to the right-hand side now. And some love to the middle. All right, here we go. Gonna do 2 more to the middle and take a little check with the production team. Be careful, guys. It looks like you skipped school today, all right? Don't injure yourselves. We'll need lawyers. Nice. Wicked, do we need more T-shirts? Am I gonna keep going with the T-shirts? I think so. Right-hand side. At the very, I can't make it to the back, mate. It's too far. Nice. Can I go to the front? Okay, I'm gonna get some more T-shirts and navigate my way so I can give some out to the back. Who at the back wants some T-shirts? Nice. All right, here we go. I think I just killed a plant. Rest in peace. Here we go, guys. Please don't jump up. Nice. And then we're going to give 2 to the back at the left after this. Nice. Good catch. Athletic. Beautiful. All right, who here at the back wants one here? All right. Wow, good catch, mate. All right. You two are going to have to battle for it. Good, guys. Good work, good work. Okay, guys, by the way, you can actually sit forward a bit. So if you want to start shuffling up, nice. That way you can see, yeah, literally you can come right up. And that way everyone at the back can get further forward. Feel free to move the benches as well. Just don't hit anyone with them. Again, then we'll need lawyers. We don't want to do that. Should we get some more T-shirts? Is that okay? All right, brilliant. More T-shirts, yes. If you put your T-shirt on right now, then you get bonus points. At the end of the day, I'll rack them up and I might give you another T-shirt. Look, you've already got one, mate. All right, here we go. Nice. And please, if a young child catches one of the T-shirts, don't take it off him. Be a nice person. Leave it with the child. Nice. Am I? All right. T-shirts done for now, but don't worry, we have hundreds for the rest of the day. And so I'm going to pass it back to my casters because let's be honest, we didn't come for the T-shirts. What did we come here for? League of Legends, and we're back into the game. So guys, enjoy some League of Legends. Casters, please.
Hello again, guys. Not quite back into the game. Still looks like we're at 25 minutes pause time, so we're going to be getting there fairly soon.
That's the hope.
We're getting some funny chat coming out there, so I am enjoying it. Anyway, so what are you thinking right now? What you've been seeing from these two teams, where's this going to go, Sona?
Well, games at this sort of time in the game are quite difficult to predict. Mostly because no one's bought an item yet. So We don't know if they're going to lane swap. We don't know what they're going to do. A lane swap with a Maokai is actually relatively good. They could shut down the Darius by putting him against a Caitlyn Nami lane.
He will really struggle.
He would really struggle, and have that Maokai against Twitch Annie. As long as he doesn't get stunned, he can sustain himself up with that passive. It's going to be pretty strong.
Yeah, I mean, Twitch is very, very poor at pushing towers as well, because obviously you like to be able to siege under tower when you're trying to do the 2v1 situation. You're trying to push them out of the tower range so you can get free hits on the tower. But if you're a Twitch and you're auto-attacking your solo lane, if you're in a 2v1 situation, you're just going to take tower damage as soon as you head into tower range. So Twitch is one of those AD carries that doesn't work as well in the 2v1 situation because you can't look to dive easily, you can't harass them with a turret. He's definitely a tricky champion to pull off in a lot of situations. Caitlyn, on the other hand, probably the best for a 2v1 lane. Easily get free auto attacks off if they step up to the creeps to try and farm them. So, I mean, we could see it, and we could see some LCS level tactics coming out here. So,
we could. I'm not sure if we will. The communication is key in a 2v1 because you want to get that 4-man dive really going on to that top tower. Like if you
it's one of the tactics anyway.
It's one of the main tactics we see, especially if you're doing the fast push. You get your jungler and your top laner to jungle together for the first 2 levels or so. Then you do a 4-man dive onto the tower where it's a 2v1 in your favor. Get that tower down and then rotate down and get dragon as soon as possible. So I don't think we'll see it, but it would be really interesting if they did decide to go for that sort of strategy and how well they'll actually communicate in the team.
So potential item builds from level 1. Are we going to see a Doran's Ring Caitlyn for that?
Doran's Ring Caitlyn.
the 50 caliber net damage, obviously.
Yeah, the 90 caliber net does have quite a good AP scaling ratio. I doubt we'll see it.
I'd be disappointed.
I built Doran's Blade Thresh yesterday, actually, in a 2v1.
That's legit, though.
Gets you a bunch of extra harassment potential. It's actually a really good strategy if you're going into a 2v1 lane. We are here on the stage at
I didn't realise we were here, actually.
I was just making sure that you understood where we were. We're here on the Gfinity stage at EGX. Very excited for this game to get started, and the rest of the games today to get going as well. Going to be here all day. We're here for the rest of the week, aren't we? We're here till Sunday.
We are here all week, so if you don't like us, I'm sorry. but no, we're going to be doing games intermittently throughout the day. I think we're going to have a total of about 7 games today, so 7 chances to win the prizes that we've got going here, which is
the Riot Swag.
Riot Swag and the Gfinity Swag. And we won't be the only guys casting. We've got 2 absolutely UK
gorgeous,
legends,
beautiful
UK legends of casting, Stress and Pulse in the back room there. They'll be getting involved in the next game, and we'll be coming in to fill in between. So you better get used to our faces because they're going to be here a while.
We might not stay with the cowboy shirts for the entire time.
I quite like my bow tie cowboy shirt combination.
If you told me we were meant to get bow ties, I would have brought a bow tie, of course. But you don't warn me about these things. I look like an absolute slob on screen, and it's awful.
Well, I'm sorry. It's just what you're like usually.
You want more?
Break.
Oh, we're going for a break. Okay. I thought he wanted me to show off my chest hair. very, very odd. Anyway, guys, we're going to go for a break while we get all of our technical issues sorted out. Thank you very much for staying tuned, and we'll be right back. Thanks for watching.
The truth is running in our blood. The answers are lying here within. The truth is running in our blood. The answers are lying here within.
Welcome back to Gfinity's Play Like a Pro. We've had a little bit of a pause, some technical issues on the PC, but it looks like everything's sorted, and in a few minutes we'll be running straight back into all the action, all the exciting, non-existent level 1 action that we've had so far. And at Sona, I mean, pauses happen. It's normal for a LAN, but I'm still really looking forward to it. The hype is still well within me. I've still got that fire burning for this game.
I am still very, very hyped.
I can tell.
Just can you see from my eyes? I'm pretty darn hyped for this one. We do have about 2 minutes left on this pause. The teams are into the game though, so if you look at their faces, you can see how concentrated they are, ready for that level 1 action.
I feel like you should be doing an amateur dramatics course. So
yeah, well,
it's like this.
Look at their face. It's their face I see before me. Fiddlesticks jumping in.
Why aren't you a Shakespeare actor? Because your accent would be amazing for
thanks,
it.
Man.
Anyway, we're going to go into this game, but I want you to get involved with the Twitter, so at Gfinity, at EGX for the entire event here. I mean, this whole event looks amazing. Everything across the whole of the EGX looks so good. Every stand is worth going to have a look at, but none more than this stand right here. And I want to give you the hashtags to give the tweets out for. Hashtag Gfinity, hashtag EGX. You know, both
I think
of
you
those,
can put them together as well.
You could.
Hashtag Gfinity EGX.
That'd be breaking the rules. Double hashtag. I don't know.
I'm taking it a step above.
Don't know if I can handle
above,
that.
man.
Anyway, so in a few seconds we should be heading into the game as it unpauses, but no items yet been bought. So I'm hoping it's going to be like a Doran's Blade start. He's just going to go.
Everyone should just buy Doran's Blades.
Yeah, it's just be like
happens.
5 Doran's Blade starts.
Level 1 action.
I feel like Fizz Doran's Blade wouldn't actually even be that bad.
No, you get all the extra auto attack damage. Seastone Trident in there, getting your auto attack
Because
modifier.
obviously you get on hit effects, so the Seastone's Trident doing all the extra AD damage. But obviously we'll be seeing some sensible starts.
Yeah.
Maybe Maokai will be going for a Doran's Shield instead of the Doran's Ring though, because obviously the Doran's Ring, although providing him a little bit of mana regen and ability power, Doran's Shield will provide him with more sustain versus the Darius lane, which he could potentially need. It does look like the guys are talking and saying that we're about to get out the pause now, so it's going to run into the game. And I mean, it is tense. It is tense. They're all there. They're all there talking to each other, about to run out the pause, and the reconnect has come through, and I think we're very ready to get underway now.
Into the game. You don't have to look at our faces anymore, which is probably a benefit for most of you guys.
But yeah. So Sano, what are we going to see level 1 here, buddy? What are we going to see?
Well, we've talked about level 1 action a little bit. I definitely think blue side have the advantage at level 1. Yi is weak after he alpha strikes in. Xerath does have a bit more range overall, but Annie not charging up that stun early would make it very difficult for them to actually get anything against a Twisted Advance Maokai and Aqua Prism Nami. And we're on to the Rift, guys. I am psyched. Let's see what happens as the teams do just start walking along. I'm a bit too psyched, I think, at the moment. I'm going to calm it down.
It's actually a fast start from the Maokai, so probably even better for sustain for him there. He will be getting that mana regen and the plentiful amount of health he can be getting back from there. Interesting pickup. There's both a mana potion and a health potion, which you don't tend to see that often. Obviously, as mana is a continuously higher regenerating source than health. So this Zero thinking he's not going to be taking too much damage, so he's happy to go with that mana pot there. But it does look like there's just defensive formations coming out from every team. I think both junglers are just wanting to protect their own jungle here. Master Yi and Kha'Zix going to be starting on the unilateral sides. Annie has now just got her items bought and going to be heading down, starting off with a ward and a couple of those biscuits there. So she's going to be having that early vision advantage over the Nami, but Nami picking up a little bit more of the health potions, or the biscuits rather, and the extra mana potion, which is very good for Nami, because obviously once you start hitting the level 2 and 3 marks, you can get all of your abilities comboed as well and start really working hand in hand with that Caitlyn to start dominating your lane. But all the starts looking fairly standard right now. Darius actually going very aggressive with his Doran's Blade, which is not uncommon, to be honest, especially versus a Maokai. You probably wouldn't aim to pick up anything else.
I don't think we're really surprised by that at all. He wants to go for that early in aggression. He wants to get as much damage down as he can and just be able to harass that Maokai out of lane. I'm slightly surprised by the sweeping lens being picked up by Yi, just because we don't expect him to be ganking early. You don't really need to get rid of that vision.
Could be trying to clear out some vision in his jungle if it goes down early on, because obviously Yi is weak in the jungle. He goes very low. Kha'Zix is a prime jungler for the counter jungling potential there. Yi's going to get that blue buff with the smite. And Kha'Zix now going to be taking away. He's going to head up towards his Wraith camp, possibly his Wolf camp. Will we see some counter jungling though? Is he going to have the metal to go in on the first game of the day and get that solo kill in the jungle? He's going to take that Wraith, which often if you're going to counter jungle, you'll skip all your small camps, go straight to the large camp and then try and catch them out. And with Yi not having a ward, going to make it very risky at red buff for him, especially if he doesn't pull it into that side brush. And even if he does, if Kha'Zix tries to surprise him there, maybe even go for the smite steal on the red, that could be a bit of a surprise for him. But actually Kha'Zix, just going to go for his own blue buff, so not going to take that early advantage that he would have over Yi in the jungle.
Like, all the lanes are quite passive at the moment, and I think this is what you expect. Level 2 actually popped here. Aqua Prism comes and just doesn't connect there with Twitch. Not going to be able to get any damage down. But as I was saying, all the lanes are quite passive, mostly because we don't have that early team communication that you'd see in pre-made 5v5s.
Yeah, all these guys are just being plucked out of this lovely audience here, so obviously they're all working together for the very first time. So we're not going to see any advanced tactics coming out here. We're not going to see, like you said, lane swap. In the meantime, Kha'Zix coming in the top lane.
He jumps in the flash away by Darius. Oh, he gets flashed onto there. There's the twisted advances where it looks like Darius is going to go down, and he does! Kha'Zix picks up the kill. First blood goes across to the blue team. Aquabism landing the bot lane on Twitch as well. They're going to back away from this one. Got that harassment down. Really nicely done. Twitch is actually going very deep. Very, very deep. Takes a lot of damage back from Caitlyn.
Yeah, Darius actually played that fairly badly. He burnt his flash way too early. All it took for Kha'Zix one there was to land some void spikes, which obviously are well within the range of the flash that gets you away. And then he just needed to flash on, and obviously because he was isolated, it was just prime potential for him to get picked up by the twisted advance as well. So Darius going down early and actually not using his ward as well. So he's unfortunately getting caught out. But actually, Basti is coming in for the gank early on the Fizz here.
They missed the stun, but there's the Alpha Strike. Are they going to get the damage down? Arcano Post flash away by Fizz, keeps him safe. But lots of damage coming down on the Fizz because he jumped in to get that CS.
Yeah, you should be using your
Aquaprism. Caitlyn's going to go in onto this one. So much damage onto that Twitch solo. The exhaust actually popped very early there onto the Nami. Not going to be able to get anything out of that. And that is a summoner spell down here for the purple side bot lane.
Especially using the Nami as well, who won't be outputting anywhere near the amount of damage. Oh,
Aquaprism caught out Twitch again. Oh, build over Peacemaker, the heal is used. They're going to try and counter-engage this one, but they really can't do much. Kha'Zix is coming in behind the tower here. Decides not to go for the dive.
Yeah, like we said, it's very difficult for the Twitch and Annie lane to do well against such a powerful lane like Nami and Caitlyn. Oh, Annie getting caught out again.
Lots of damage onto that Annie, and they're going to have to back away from this one. They're very, very dangerous position, especially with exhaust and Hoof still up here for the blue side.
Yeah, I mean, the purple side, Twitch and Annie burned their summoners fairly recklessly and needlessly, really. The exhaust didn't really need to come down on the Nami, and the heal potentially was a little bit...
Twitch actually flashing it away there in the bot lane. Almost got caught in the Aquaprism, and then the hilt over Peacemaker came across, not quite able to connect.
Yeah, interestingly, he's very safe, trying to play very safe with that. Probably a little bit too safe. Yeah. He doesn't need to have burnt the majority of these summoners here. But again, it's a Twitch lane. Can get back into it if he picks up another Doran, get a bit more health pot, so he has the sustain. Obviously, Annie doesn't provide any sort of sustain. You need to wait for Twitch to hit a power spike, which is usually...
Oh, Xerath is actually disconnected here.
And good guy Fizz. He's not going to go for the live disconnect kill.
Oh, he's actually just ignited him.
He's just ignited him. He doesn't even die.
Minions,
oh, no.
Minions, can they do it? It's so he's reconnected. Is he going to revive? Oh, the pause coming out. Well, I like the ignite. It's a little bit swag, but I'm not sure if that was quite the best.
If anyone was going to be some sort of BM from Fizz, the ignite coming down after leaving him.
It's the fact that he escaped as well. He's sitting there on 13 HP and just not quite able to connect with that ignite kill.
I think he thought possibly if he could just walk away with ignite, then he could sort of pass it off as a mistake.
But he ignited him after he left him alone.
After he had jumped away.
It's like, oh yeah, I'll leave him alone. He's DC'd. He's DC'd. Ignite. Anyway, we are going to go back into the game now. Just a little bit of disconnect coming out from Xerath. He does go down! Oh, so painful.
Poor Xerath. That's the live BM from Fizz there. He's looking great on camera.
Oh, Twitch coming in all in. Aquaprism missing in the bot lane. The exhaust has been used there, and that's still available for this blue side. Is Caitlyn going to go down? Doesn't look like he is. Very, very close fight there.
Yeah, I don't think Twitch actually used the expunge late enough. I think he used it almost instantaneously, so didn't actually get fine back to his poison off. So Twitch, again, possibly could have picked up the kill, but Caitlyn had her heal. Nami heal was available. She also had her flash, but does put a bit of pressure down now. So he's sort of saying, I'm not going to get bullied around anymore. I'm reaching my power spike in the spot lane. I'm going to get a bit of damage off when I can. In the meantime, though, Yi is looking to try and farm that, but he's behind in farm against this Kha'Zix. So not playing your classic Yi, but he looks like Fizz is going to get caught out here.
Yeah, lots of damage onto him. Yi stands still for a second. A little bit of miscommunication with his mid lane. They're not quite able to connect there. And you talked about the Twitch power spikes. Double Dorans does give him a really nice early game power spike, but the pickaxe from Caitlyn is going to give him so much extra damage.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Twitch is going to need this double Dorans because a singular Dorans is almost insufficient to sustain a lane. And once you get double Dorans into an Infinity Edge, it's almost equivalent to having a Bloodthirster in the sense that you're getting a fair amount of health back from that combination. push. Actually, level 6 hit by Kha'Zix already, so he's been powering through that jungle, way out-farming this Master Yi, and actually, Master Yi probably should turn around now and say, I need to just farm up my Feral Flare here. Not that he's picked up the Madreds yet, but he just needs to start to really concentrate on farming, because unfortunately a Yi who doesn't have a Feral Flare is a Yi who's going to do almost nothing in the late game. Yi needs gold to be good. He's one of these champions that if he can't shine through levels, he shines through items. And unfortunately, he's gonna struggle if he doesn't get that gold that he needs. In the meantime, Darius is doing okay, having been beaten out in that early game. He's actually ahead in CS. Ooh, he does get a bit of damage down onto that Maokai, but nothing going to come of it. Darius actually lacking on mana right now, so going to need to teleport back to lane potentially soon. Maokai actually very happy on mana. He's already picked up that Catalyst the Protector. Obviously gives you the health and mana on level up, and has still got that Crystalline Flask. At level 7, it will start to provide you with mediocre to minimal amounts of mana, but it's still a very decent item. If you sort of stack all 3 up, you can get a couple of abilities out of it.
Can be really, really strong. Kha'Zix rotating towards the top lane again. He's gone for that involved
he's going
void
for
spike.
He's going for the game. It looks like in the mid lane.
So much damage in bot lane. Ani has that Tibbers, has the stun available as well. Gets that harassment down, and we didn't talk about this, but the level 6 from Twitch Annie is incredibly strong.
It is, and it looks like Twitch has gone into his invisibility. He's very precarious. Looks like in the meantime, did get the second round counter jungle off. Twitch went invisible very low in that bot lane and tried to get a pick up there. It didn't happen. And it looks like Kha'Zix is now going to come out ahead, taking that red buff away from the Master Yi. And this is potentially a misplay from Master Yi for most of the game. He's not spent enough time farming, hadn't picked up any early items, and obviously Kha'Zix, almost finishing that Spirit of the Elzavidas, is basically going to walk into the jungle and have his way.
Activism landing here onto Twitch. He does use that Rat-a-tat. There's the exhaust, the flashing by Caitlyn, the heal as well from Twitch, but that Twitch is going to go down and gets melted away. They're going to keep chasing Tycola's Blessing. Kha'Zix getting a kill on that Darius in the top lane. Meanwhile, Tycola's Blessing is going to slow Annie. Is it enough? Yes, it is. Caitlyn gets the last auto attack for a double kill for the blue team.
I mean, that was just coming in with that pickaxe. She's going to be doing tons of damage across the board when getting the ranged auto attacks off. And Tidecaller's Blessing at the right time from Nami managed to slow down the Annie as she was trying to escape. Obviously, that Tidecaller's Blessing does slow on auto attacks, so great play there. And now Master Yi is level 5, so he's so far behind the Kha'Zix now, and he's definitely struggling because he just didn't put enough time into early farming. If you're going to play Master Yi jungle, you almost have to tell your team, play safe, because I'm going to have to farm until 15 minutes, and he hasn't done that. And now he's sort of deliberating whether he wants to make his way into this top lane. So
what's he going to do here, though? Maokai's level 8. Hasn't got flash available because he used it in that previous game, but Arcane Smash just knocks him away, and Darius hasn't got flash for himself. He has got that pull if he's able to get there. Xerath coming across as well, tries to hit the stun, actually gets pulled out of it, and there is the vengeful Maelstrom from Maokai. Not enough damage from the Noxian Guillotine.
It was actually on 4 stacks he used the Noxian Guillotine, so he missed a good potential damage from the maximum amount you can get out of that ultimate. So did just miss the gun there. Possibly could have finished off Maokai as well if he played it correctly. If
they got the Shocking Orb stun from Xerath there into the pull, it would have been a lot stronger. They would have had that extra couple of seconds of CC, and it would have been a lot easier for them to pick up that kill.
Definitely a little bit of possible miscommunication there. Actually, Darius pulling Maokai away from that stun, which would have actually hit had Darius not used his pull there. So, but Darius is now going to get a good amount of damage and possibly pick up the first global objective for the purple team here. So that'll be good for his team and their global gold margins, because they're starting to fall behind in the early game.
Oh, Tibbers comes out. There's the Tibbers as well. Numbers going to go very low, but Kha'Zix is here for the gank. He comes in, invisible flashes onto Twitch, but Twitch flashes away. There's the ace in the hole, and that's the kill for Kha'Zix. 4th one of the game for him. They're going to go on to Annie. Lots of damage going down here. She walks into the beautifully placed Caitlyn trap, and it's a double kill for Kha'Zix.
Wow, that was a really nice play from Kha'Zix there, and they knew Annie's flash was down, so they could go straight onto her and risk the turret dive as well, considering her stun was only just becoming available. A great play again by botlane. This Kha'Zix is really doing work across the map. He's shut down the Master Yi, he's got ganks across the board. And this is what we said about the blue team. If they get ahead in the early game, it's going to be so hard for the team top of the purple team to work out. And that's what we're seeing right now. First Dragon of the game going down, extending the gold lead to 5k at 12 minutes. Quite a significant gold lead.
The very big gold lead here at the moment for blue team. We did talk about how the purple team could get back into the match. It's all about being able to resist the siege comp coming out. You've got Xerath, very good at clearing waves. You've got Yi, who's great at split pushing. He needs to get that farm on, though. He's 5 kills and 27 CS down on his opposing jungler.
Yeah, I mean, as a Master Yi, that's definitely not the direction you want to be going. We've talked about it time and time again this match, but hopefully he can catch up, hopefully he can get some time, but once these outer turrets go down, you're going to start to lose control of your jungle entrances, and that's when it's going to be very difficult for Master Yi to start stacking that Feral Flare. If you lose these outer turrets, you won't have the control over your Wraith camp, you won't have the control over your Wolves. It's going to be so difficult to farm them in peace and quiet, which is really what Master Yi needs to become viable. And
he's got double the gold. Kha'Zix has double the gold of that Master Yi at the moment. That is a huge difference.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely in a poor position for Master Yi right now. And he could potentially come back, but it's looking very, like, more and more likely that he won't.
Yeah.
Is he going to donate this blue buff over to Xerath? Because it'd probably be wise for him to do so, because Master Yi's going to have to sort of make his way through the small camps here.
He's still only got those Madreds races as well, nowhere near the Feral Flare completion, which is what you want really. Basically by 2 minutes ago, it's not quite. They haven't actually got the blue buff here. Just hiding away in the bush. They do
having trouble with that pesky golem there. He's a sneaky one if he gets into that brush. That's what I love about the League of Legends brushes. You can be the size of a Cho'Gath with 6 stacks, but a small bush can still hide you.
Hiding you away. We do see Darius taking quite a bit of harassment here in the top lane. He's a level down on that Maokai, who's got those 2 tanks as well. Almost got his Rod of Ages completed with the Blasting Wand and Catalyst. And ooh, nice Aqua Prism there, but look at how brave this Nami is. She knows she's so far ahead. She's just like, yeah, I'll walk against 2 when you've got stun up. It's fine.
I just want to highlight the Darius's build here. It's very interesting. He's picked up a chain vest an early chain vest against the Maokai, who won't be doing too much physical damage, and then he's opted to go for the Bilgewater Cutlass, so likely going towards a Blade of the Ruined King. Now, a Blade of the Ruined King on a champion like Darius is something that has been sort of pioneered by Koreans. It came out with Renekton and Darius.
Kha'Zix coming in with the jump into the top lane. He actually uses ultimate. Isn't going to be able to get anything out of this? I don't think he is. He needs to be very careful because Kha'Zix is still doing a huge amount of damage. Just stole away the red buff as well from the red side. Kha'Zix trying to get those void spikes in, evolve those early, of course. And the present! Have a surprise twisted advance onto your face. Darius hooks him back onto the tower there, the void spikes, but look at the damage coming down. Noxian Guillotine used. Is Maokai going to down? Yes, he is. Darius picks up a counter kill. First kill of the game for the red team. But Gfinity04, Kha'Zix is dominating. Caitlyn gets taken down by Twitch. Nami, you can't 1v1 a rat. You're going to have to run away. Rat beats fish every day. Actually misses the Aqua Prism, and the minions are here to back her up. But lots of damage down.
Big ton of sponge damage coming out there. Twitch possibly could have taken that fight if he'd moved a little bit further forward, but right now the item difference between these bot lane carries is fairly significant. There's an Infinity Edge on Caitlyn, and then a Brutalizer and double door runs on Twitch. But Twitch does have if he can get the sneak off, if he can get the stun down with the Annie, there's a lot of burst damage to come out there. And still win team fight, sort of win fight 2v2 fights. And we did just see him picking up the shutdown there on the Caitlyn, which will give him a good burst of gold. I do want to pick up, like I was just saying, about the Darius Bilgewater Cutlass. Not that Darius is paid in competitive play much, but things like Darius and Renekton, the Koreans would build Blade of the Ruined King on because it kind of makes them more viable when they build full tank, because obviously the percentage health-based damage that comes out from Blade of the Ruined King, plus the attack speed, kind of means they're a little bit more significant when chasing down. They've got the active to slow down their target. Definitely a viable choice for him there, but I'm a little bit confused about the chain vest. Doesn't look like Fizz is going to try and get an engage here. Now there's the Maokai roaming about. He's lost his turret, so he's not too keen on staying in that top lane. He actually picked up a large amount of items. Picked up that Warden's Mail and the core item of his, which is that Rod of Ages, going to provide him with innate tanky stats and also make his abilities hit that little bit harder as the game goes on.
It looks like the blue side are going to push for this tower in the bot lane. Will be the first tower of the game for them, and then after that they can rotate towards Dragon, which is up in only a minute and a half. So this is good map awareness here by the blue team to think, yeah, we'll take this tower and then we'll get ourselves another objective. Yeah,
so Kha'Zix will be looking to clear his bot side jungle, possibly make a play bot, and then head towards that dragon if he's going to keep keeping his timers. Doesn't like Master Yi is want to come in. He's picked up the Berserker's Greaves early on, so going to be going for that extra attack speed with his ultimate. I feel like he is wondering about what to do with the majority of his time here. You kind of see him walking about. Ooh, that does a lot of damage to that Annie early on. He's kind of wondering whether he should be farming or waiting for ganks. And if I could give him some advice, it would definitely be farm. But looks like Twitch is coming in now.
Yeah, the humans have been popped. Nice stun with the Tibbers there. The tidal wave does knock Twitch back, but he's going to be able to get enough damage onto Caitlyn. He does. They're going to keep chasing here onto Nami. Not going to go under the tower, but we talked about the combo coming out from Twitch Annie, and that is exactly what it can do.
He's picked up this early snow snowball item, which is that Yumu's Ghost Blade. So it gives you all of these amazing stats for these 1v1 and 2v2 potential fights. And even, you know, the Infinity Edge, you're going to be relying on getting a good amount of auto attacks off, but if you're stunned and running away and not attack moving correctly, the Infinity Edge is almost a useless item, whereas Twitch can come out of
Karzik's coming into the bot lane. Twitch has actually jumped onto Nami. He's going to get the kill there. Is he going to be able to escape? He doesn't have his flash available, nor does he have his heal. Oh, the Duke on the jump. Going to be able to get the kill, but Karzik's is floundering ever so slightly. Does have to jump away from that Annie.
Yeah, so Twitch picked up a good amount of kills. He's got himself well back into the game.
Lots of damage coming down to Master Yi here. Maokai has rotated around, and we do see him having to flash away just to keep himself safe.
I mean, it's not even... The turrets aren't even down. They're already sort of staking their claim over the majority of Yi's jungle. It'd be interesting to see how many stacks he's actually managed to
Gonna go on this Xerath under the tower. Lots of damage going down. Flash away by Xerath. Vengeful Management has been popped. The fish misses. Are they going to be able to get enough damage down? It doesn't look like it.
You can't kill the Ascended being right now. He's well beyond the reproach of death, and Xerath escapes there again with a modicum of life as he walks away and recalls in his own base. I just want to have a quick look at how many stacks Master Yi has accumulated over the 18 minutes that we've got so far.
Let's have
he's currently at 12, so he's going to need another 18 more to finish that Feral Flare and become a little bit more useful than he is right now. And that's a bot lane tower now going in favour of Caitlyn and Nami. They've picked up their early objective. Dragon is up, but Kha'Zix has not yet responded, so Dragon timing possibly in question here as Kha'Zix goes to take his own blue buff away. Maybe going to donate it to Fizz, but the fact that Kha'Zix is so far ahead, 7-0-1, you'd probably keep it on the Kha'Zix for now. He's going for a very interesting build. This is a very popular build. You go the Brutalizer after the Spirit Wither Zelda, but he's going for that tanky Kha'Zix build. We often see Kha'Zix now then go for the Last Whisper, then you pick up a couple of other items, and you often see that the full damage Kha'Zix is now a more popular choice, especially in sort of the realms of solo queue. Oh, looks like Caitlyn's getting stunned up here though.
Stun landing on Caitlyn. They're going to go jump into the back line onto that Xerath. That's Mental Master. Use damage getting taken very low. Here comes Kha'Zix. Is he going to get the jump reset? He is. So much damage going down to the Twitch. One more reset. He jumps onto Xerath. Is he going to be able to get it down? Ace in the hole! Doesn't connect, but the Kha'Zix does flash in. There's the Master Yi jumping into the back line. He picks up the final kill. It's a double kill for him. 17-4 for the blue side.
I don't know what that fill was there, Sona. I don't know whether you're trying to do Zoidberg, but I've never heard you do that before. I'm almost intrigued. But anyway, that was a clear-cut team fight for the blue team there. They definitely got the engage they wanted. Actually, Twitch got a fairly good flank potential on the Caitlyn, but she still had that 90 caliber net available, got straight out of the rat-a-tat-tat range there, and Twitch was immediately the target for the Fizz. Completely cleaned up. They're going to rotate around and take this Dragon, which Kha'Zix has already started. He's going to keep his perfect record as well at 10-0-3. The guy is, one of those bugs you just wish you could swat away, but it's like that annoying wasp that always stays in your room. He's
repellent never works.
Definitely an annoyance for the purple team right now.
Massive annoyance for the purple team. 12,000 gold is the difference. 17 kills to 4. 4 towers to 2, and 2 dragons to none as well. Master Yi is on 61 CS and Karzis is on 119.
Yeah, Master Yi has definitely been the key issue with the purple team here. Like we said, the team comp didn't really work.
He's not
going to tower down. Like we said, the team comp from purple wasn't ideal.
Yeah.
But if they managed to survive the early game and Yi did get the farm on that he needed, then it was a potential for them to do well. But unfortunately, Yi hasn't had the game that he needed to. He probably tried to put too much pressure on lanes. And obviously, Yi is a very squishy target early on. All it takes is Kha'Zix to counter gank, get some isolation damage down, and he'll really struggle. So I mean, it's not completely over, but I hate saying that games are over, but at 12k at 21 minutes, it's going to take some miracles from the purple team here to sort of out-team fight, especially at this stage of the game where team fighting in the mid-game over objective team fighting is the key. It's going to take a bit of a miracle, but Kha'Zix getting pulled in here.
He's got jump, he's got leap, he can
jump.
flutter his way away like a butterfly.
Pretty ugly butterfly,
Kha'Zix. Not all butterflies have to be pretty. It's what's inside that counts.
Oh, well, obviously.
Oh, they are going to go in here. The tidal wave comes across from the side. Kha'Zix is there. There's the jump. The water. Xerath is going to get melted. And there's the Master Yi going down as well. Kha'Zix jumping his way around. The flash in by Malco. They're going to get Annie as well. This is 4 kills for none. 21-4. Darius trying to get himself away. He will back away in that bush. And they're going to push down mid.
Yeah, I mean, Baron could be on the cool here. There's the pings coming out, but I think Kha'Zix is really pushing for this mid lane inhibitor. So this wants to be a point of cool for the blue team now. Once they get that lane pressure down, then they can start to think about exerting their vision control over Baron. The odd thing is we haven't really talked about wards, but there hasn't been many wards from purple team at all this game. Ruby Sightstone picked up early by Annie, but I haven't seen too much evidence of those wards going down. But decent-ish ward control from blue team. They have still got that pink ward in that dragon side rush that's been there for the majority of the game, which is always fulfilling when you've had a purple team. It looks like those
a twisted advance in by Malco. Vengeful Mass from here comes Kha'Zix from the side. Caitlyn picks up one. Kha'Zix is going to jump his way around. He's going to go down as well. Arcane Smash picks him up. They're going to jump onto Twitch, who flashes away. Does get connected with those Void Spikes, and it looks like Kha'Zix is just going to try and dive these towers to pick him up. Does pick up his 13th kill of the game. He's legendary, and it might be unlucky for some, but it's definitely unlucky for the purple side right now.
Yeah, and Kha'Zix has had a almost 90% kill participation this game. So he's definitely been the key component to them winning. And it does look like this possibly is going to be game here as they take these Nexus turret down. It's going to be GG to a complete domination by blue team here. First game, and blue team are going to pick up the kill. MVP, possibly Kha'Zix, but it does look like there's a potential last team fight.
He picks up his kill. He got one kill in the game. Well done, Master. You managed to pick that one up. There's a kill for Xerath as well. Caitlyn does get the Nexus tower, and they're going to have to back away from this one, but you got to step in that trap. Caitlin's going to get a couple of auto attacks away, and they're going to be able to get themselves out to safety. 2 kills picked up there for the red team. Is this the comeback that we've been expecting all along at Scoundrel?
Well, you know, potentially.
Yeah,
potentially.
Make big time comebacks.
When Master Yi picked up his first kill, that's another stack for his Feral Flare. He's going to be getting towards that magical
Stack
30.
Stack City.
Yeah, I won't finish the rest of that for you. But anyway, it looks like a Bajai is being picked up on Malka. I'd be impressed if he could stack that more than about 3 times by the end of the game. But
well, we do actually. Medjai's is seen a lot these days. Janna players, especially in Worlds, are picking up Medjai's.
It's because she just doesn't die.
Yeah, she scales so well with that AP on her shields as well. Really, really good. We are going to see the blue team try and group up. Looks like they're rotating towards Baron. Maybe just getting some vision there. Maybe going to rotate top and get the tower down there as well.
I mean, there's an open Nexus. They could just push straight down and finish it off. But
they could.
These are classy guys. They want to take that Baron down before the end of the game.
I think their classiness is the Ignite Fizz, Ignite Walk Away.
That was possibly one. I'm going to take that moment with me forever.
Nami is clearing out this Baron pit with that Ogre's Lens, just being able to spot out as many wards as she can.
It does look like they are going to head straight down the middle. There's a complete split from the purple team here. Caitlyn is going to try and get onto that Master Yi. The filter for Peacemaker coming down. She got the ace in the hole.
She did start to challenge it, but because Master Yi walked out of vision, they weren't able to connect. Kha'Zix is 1v2ing here against Twitch and Annie. He is legendary. He's going to be able to pick up the Twitch kill as well with that Randwins. There's a fight going on the top side of the map, and the rest of the purple team do get melted away. Only Darius left alive. They go for this top lane turret. They could just push mid, as you've been saying, Excalibur.
The Dunk Master is coming out. He's going to try and take out that support by himself, but he does get bubbled up here. He's really trying to go onto the Nami. She's trying to finish the game. Is it going to be ex-Nami as the tidal wave comes down as well? She's doing a great job of
the Aqua Prism as well. Absolutely huge. Ace in the hole, jump the waters. Is it enough? It is! Nami with a huge plays for her team.
And this is going to be GG to purple team here. I'm not sure Master Yi can do anything. He's going to try and go in, but this is going to be the Super Minions finishing off the game. He manages to survive until the end, and that is 29-6. Purple team losing, blue side winning out. They're going to win our swag, and I think we're going to head straight over to our presenter to hand it all out.
Nice, what a match, guys! Round of applause again. Wicked. Sweet. So our winners over here. Wow, look at them. They look pretty happy. You did a great job. And you will be receiving some t-shirts as well as some Riot swag. Well, the Riot swag will be going to both teams. Which skin is it exactly?
Hi guys, I'm Brian Bolton. We're really impressed with what G-Finity is doing out here. So we're gonna bring out some arcade hacker rooms for everyone that plays. This echo is really messing with me. Okay, and €5 pay safeguards for the victorious team.
Thanks so much, Bolton. It is very weird hearing your voice whilst you're talking. So if everyone wants to come out, start collecting your prizes. The winners, please first. Round of applause to the team on my left. Fantastic. Please take a t-shirt on your way out. Congratulations. Amazing performance. Could this be the next LCS champion? No, we'll see off the Worlds. Wicked. And then also commiserations to the losing team. I'll give them a round of applause as well. Bolton's just handing the rights round. Unlucky guys, you did well, but you couldn't pull through. Nice, well, so the teams now are leaving and we're going to take a little break and then we're going to come back for match number 2. So thanks for your time. Feel free to like mill around and clear out. Go get some food, relax, but don't forget to come back later. Thank you.